my father was delivered by a black woman midwife up in a log cabin, a log house that his parents had built in Glenwood, Washington, which is up back of White Salmon, up past Camas Prairie. And of course, his grandparents had named Glenwood. That's another story. They were the first postmaster and postmistress of Glenwood in Klickitat County, Washington. So when the black midwife came and delivered my dad, she had with her her daughter, who wasn't a hell of a lot older than my dad. And she was a little girl, in other words. Many years later, in about 1970, I went up to Goldendale, Washington, where my then boss, Superior Court Judge Ross Rako, lived. Don't remember why I was up there. Don't remember why I went to the nursing home, but I was there in the nursing home, and this woman approached me named Kate Lane, and she was in her mid-80s, looking in very good health, and somehow or another, maybe my boss said, "Oh, this is the woman who was there at your father's birth, helping her mother be a midwife." But whatever it was, something triggered this elderly woman, and she became, I guess you might say, a little, using psychiatric terms, disinhibited. And she said, "Yeah, and I can still dance." And she jerked her long skirt all the way up, exposing her gorgeous thighs. She had underpants on, thank goodness. But she was one gorgeous woman at 86. Hey, that's the age I am now. But anyway, that made quite an impression on me, and reinforced my having been told that my dad was delivered by a black woman, because there's a tendency for people to ignore the fact that black people have been here and there for a long time. And her father, or grandfather, I guess, was a Danish man named Lane. That's about all I know about him, but he'd married a black woman and had a daughter who was the midwife for my father when he was born. So that's a little bit of black history that should not be forgotten. And I'm glad to be able to report it so it won't be lost forever.